Well, I'm glad you're still with us, and a very interesting discussion this particular morning. We're going to look at, when we talk about modern farming, these are discussions that we've had about modern farming. We talked about going commercial, commercial farming and the subsistence, but of course that's a journey, of course, we all need to appreciate that we are taking. With me in studios is Douglas Opio, who is a Sales and Marketing Manager, China North Machines. And we're going to be talking about some of these things and why it's actually quite important for us to, to know about these things, to move into this kind of farming, and why it is very essential, especially for us here, to bring you these kind of conversations. You're very welcome, Douglas.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
It's my pleasure to be with you here today.
You've made time, and that is something we do appreciate here. But real quick, just an introduction for people to understand in what capacity you're here and why you're here to talk anyway modern farming. Tell us about China North Machines.
Well, China North Machine Company is a registered company, incorporated way back in 2009.
Yeah.
And I'm proud that I'm the first employee in the company.
Oh, wow.
I've maintained it till
Interesting.
today. We're so much into agricultural machines. So all this long, I am so proud that today we're the #1 leading company in Uganda as far as farm machine is concerned.
Okay. So why looking at this kind of work?
Ideally, it has been sounding tactical when farmers always hear like a story about modern farming, modern farming. Perhaps they don't know what it takes to make it modern. But here we are saying that China North has come to rescue whatever situation. Being a small-scale farmer, being a large-scale farmer, because we have all the equipment to simplify and make your life better.
Okay. And what are some of these gaps you're saying? Well, we've come to help you fill these gaps and solve the problem.
You will realize that few years back, even in Uganda, we didn't have what we call a walking tractor. Everybody was using ox plows and bulls to pull. And so hectic, because when a bull is tired, can even kick and break your leg. But a walking tractor cannot do that. It doesn't know weather. It's raining, it's cold, it's hot, it's an engine. Just start the engine and fire. One day you can do approximately 2 to 3 acres. That's one of the implements we have introduced in Uganda. And it's affordable, because not every farmer can go for that big 8 horsepower, 9 horsepower tractor, though we have them in stock and good quality. And we give them warranty and free training. We normally don't charge for training.
Okay. Yeah. So some of the challenges that we're actually having, oftentimes, because we've talked about how our seasons are very unpredictable of late, and we see our farmers struggling with, for example, in the Soroti areas, by saying, well, we have a fruit factory, but are we going to sustain? Because we're looking at the challenges here of the weather, we're looking at how best we can work around this. Is this something you're also handling or helping out well with most of our farmers in regards to the irrigation?
Yeah, thank you so much. When talk about Soroti, I basically know what takes about Soroti. First of all, the land is very good for farming. And they have been facing challenges, not only in fruits. Yeah. I know they are so good in growing cassava.
Yes, they are.
But their cassava is always affected by fungi. You get the cassava growing green after peeling the cover because of poor storage and bad weather. They don't have a chipper. They don't have a dryer. So it has always been tactical, but I'm just saying that China North has made life good because we have a good chipping machine. Our chipper, actually, if you chip cassava in 3 hours from now, if the weather is good, you can mill it and have your white cassava flour. But this is always a challenge because people doesn't know where to access it. And it is cheap, it's affordable, you don't need to use power because not every village is having power. When you don't have power, you just connect to engine and simple, use a fuel, diesel. And basically, we don't only sell it. Way back in Uganda, it has been a bad experience because we had some small companies that were selling machines. They don't have spare parts. They don't have qualified technicians and professional engineers who can fix. So it's just like a doctor who is having a name doctor without tablets. So I'm saying you sell machines, but you don't have spare parts. Machine dies because you can't service it. But in China North, here we are saying that, please, we have good machines. Even juice, you can extract passion fruits in a very smart way, because we don't need to play around with people's life. Yeah, because, you know, people have been fabricating machines locally.
Yeah.
They don't know which one is good for people's life, which one is bad. Because, for instance, if your food processing should be stainless steel material. Why? Because stainless steel is a very poor conductor of rust. Rust is harmful to our life.
Yeah.
But a local fabricator does not understand the protocols behind that. He will just go to Katwe and get a mild steel material, fabricates, and it tells you this is for juice. You extract your juice after extracting. You don't know what is coming out of it. It is killing your appendix.
Okay, that's interesting. Earlier on, you talked about the irrigation.
Yeah.
And this is something you're doing at all levels, whether it's in big scale or small scale, right?
We do it in small up to the biggest scale.
Okay.
We also do PVOC irrigation system.
Oh, okay.
PVOC irrigation system is quite unique and interesting,
All right.
because it has about 10 tires, big tires like for tractors. And from the center point, because it works like a minute hand for the watch, from the center point it goes 300 meters.
Okay.
So 300 meters, I'm talking like almost here to close to UMI, UBC to UMI.
That's quite, yeah.
And it runs rotating around, and it pours real water like normal rain.
Okay.
Of course, that's a little heavy. It is, well, whoever wants to see can go to Sembabule at Honorable Sam Kutesa's farm, because I personally installed one there. It's performing.
It's really good, eh?
Yeah, it's nice. It's just crazy. You may think it's a normal rain. Yeah, it's not magic, but that is power of machine.
Interesting.
Then, perhaps for a small scale farmer,
yeah.
we can part with about close between 1.5 to 1.8 million shillings. Still, you can afford
get
irrigation.
something.
You
Okay.
can afford, because I know I have a bad experience when it comes to dry season in Uganda. When you go to Nakasero market and you want to buy tomatoes, you may get something very small and tiny because of bad weather, and they're selling you 2 pieces 1,000. Perhaps if you're a genuine farmer, no matter how small you are investing, but you have struggled to raise an irrigation system, and I'm talking of one seed, I mean one piece of tomato, you may end up selling one piece at 1,000 shillings or even more, because you have irrigated them. They have grown under good condition. They did not suffer sunshine. You managed to cater for them. It will pay you without any loss. And the irrigation system I'm talking of, it's using petrol. And 1 hour, it can give you 25,000 liters, and you are using about 0.5 liter of petrol. So any peasant farmer down, no matter situation, can start from there and be somewhere better.
Okay, interesting. So are we looking at you having the market ready? Because like I mentioned earlier on, are we looking at our kind of farming, going into the commercial, way of doing things, or are we still looking at the fact that, well, some people are thinking, no, that's not how I need to do my things. Let's stick to subsistence as long as I have a meal or something like that. Do you have the people? Are people adopting to this? You have the market.
Thank you so much. Like I had earlier told you, China North started way back in 2009. It was a small company, but because of good service, because of enough spare parts, because of training skills, because we don't only sell.
Yeah.
We make sure that we train the end users. We make sure that we give the necessary knowledge about how to service and how to maintain. Because if you only sell machine and you don't emphasize on training your end users, there are two things. Either a man will kill that machine, or that machine can kill a man. There are two things.
So you train them.
So it's our responsibility to make sure that we satisfy our customers. And this has explained why China North is progressing very fast, because of our good records and our quality machines.
Okay. So when someone is buying from you, that's when you train them, or that's separate arrangement?
We don't cost you for that. Let me tell you, I'm so proud with China North. Not just because I'm a staff,
Okay, that's
but I'm just
interesting.
excited about whatever they're doing in Uganda. First of all, China North generates a lot of income tax to URL. First of all, China North has employed employed a lot of Ugandans, and my fellow Ugandans are enjoying their work because they're learning more. We send them in the field to train people after sales. We give them necessary knowledge. I mean, we have enough Chinese engineers who have come to give them knowledge. We have a service center in Lugogo 4th Street Industrial Area. Though very soon, maybe next month, we shall be living there. We intend to close 7th Street branch and Lugogo. We shall have, because we are constructing a big permanent home. We don't want to be tenants, I mean, renting every year, and then we have come to base and settle here to make sure that we transform this nation.
Okay.
Not only by words, but action.
Interesting.
You know, when we started this company, a few of my colleagues took off and they left me, and I almost at one point also left because it was very hard. Ugandans didn't know about machine. You start explaining it, it looks so weird.
But why can't I?
Until when they see it performing, then they can say, okay, they get to understand through looking.
So
I know something new you're introducing into the market, and people had bad perception about Chinese machines. But of course, I am very excited. I'm happy that China North has come to bring quality, and we're enjoying. Everybody who has visited our office, who has bought our machine, must have a record, because we know our image is clear. We don't compete like others are doing, but our names and our records and our service and the warranty policy for our company, it makes its name, and it gives us good code of conduct and sales and everything.
So you're quite affordable in that case.
Yeah, that's it. We looked at quality and we looked at everything. You know, it is good to go to a company which is genuine, which is having a service center, which is having spare parts, which is having professional engineers in case of breakdowns, than going and messing up where you don't see tomorrow. Technology is not just by words. Technology, ideally, it needs a lot of, you know, personal attention and learning. And that's why we always engage so much that even if you buy a small machine, like I was telling you about a simple irrigation, just a sprinkler and a water pump, still we dedicate to train you because we want it to live longer. Your grandchildren should be happy, they should enjoy it too. They have to know that technology is technology.
Okay, so what are some of the challenges you faced really in this kind of work? Because considering the fact that you need to let someone know about why they need to get into this kind of farming, why they need to use machinery, why they need to get in with the things that you have to offer as China North Machine. What are some of those challenges that you face? Because let's be honest, you're dealing with people that need to be sure that, you know, this is going to work for them.
Thank you so much. I love that question. I'm very excited, and I want to just be very clear and make my fellow Ugandans understand. This, I told you clearly that China North Machine is basically into machineries. And remember at the beginning at my statement, I said, machine can either kill the end user or the end user can kill it. Now, this is a situation when it has been a challenge in our office. Somebody does not know the specification of what he needs. He comes and sees a machine like he's seeing a second-hand cloth, like, okay, I need this. Doesn't know the technical bit of it. Like a water pump, it doesn't know what's the total head. It doesn't know what's the discharge per hour. It doesn't know the inlet even or the outlet diameter, but he has heard and he has seen it is a water pump, so I need this. Well, you need this. A sales lady would sell it to you, assuming that you know what you're buying, because you have not expressed your interest.
Okay.
Because before you buy, you have to explain yourself and say, you know what, I'm interested in a water pump. My place is at a gradient of this, and I'm shocking at a depth of this meters. And besides, my storage tank is about 5 or 7 meters. The sales lady will always look for technical team. Then our technical team can get you the right pump.
Oh, okay. So, but don't you have someone though that can help guide? Like if I came and needed something, and maybe, you know, go to the site or wherever they are and see what's there, if they're within and around anyway, or if they can, you can have an arrangement where you can go to where they are and see for yourselves, because then it's very. You find that it could be difficult for someone to know the technical stuff, but when they need your product, do you have those people on, you know, standby to help around?
Thank you so much. It is always our duty and our job to satisfy our customers. That is what we are meant to do. We have a GPS to read the gradient, to read the depth and everything. When you come to our office and you say, I am not technical enough, I need your guidance because I don't want to mess up. May I have a technical team so that I can go do a survey about my place and recommend what I need. We do that service. And for your information, we don't charge you for that.
Oh,
this is what China North is meant to do.
Interesting. So basically,
because we know the one who is going to do that job is entitled to salary. We don't cost our clients for such kind of minor issues.
Oh, okay.
Even our machines, regardless of size, small or big, because we respect the warranty policy for 1 year, we don't charge you any cost of repair, except when it's damage on parts. You only pay for the part, just like a car. When you buy a car and you drive and step on the tire and finish, can you claim for the warranty? No.
No.
So it's the same story in China North.
Interesting. So that's just about it in terms of the challenges that you face?
That's one of the major challenge.
Okay.
Then, yeah, basically that's one of the major challenge.
Interesting. So your success story, you have people that have come to you and have done it. Do you have people from just within, or you also go as far as, out of Kampala?
We are not only selling in Uganda. We have done a lot in Burundi, Bujumbura, in Kigali, Rwanda, South Sudan. A lot. In Kenya, we have an agent in Mwea. We supply him in bulky. He takes water pumps. He takes a lot diesel engines. But within Uganda, of course, since we have a great experience, and I would ideally say this is the biggest company in this kind of machines,
Okay.
we are leading. We are supplying other small-scale shops.
That's quite
Yeah,
interesting.
some small companies, they come and source maybe 40 pieces of diesel engines, 20 pieces of diesel engines. Yeah, we're moving on, and not only with individuals, we're also doing with NGOs, government.
Okay.
I supplied a lot to OPM. I supplied a lot to UPDF. I supplied a lot to prisons. I mean, a lot of water bowsers Uganda prison is using is from China North machines.
Okay. That's quite interesting.
Even our tractors have supplied to Namagonga, like earlier I said, Masaka, in Kumi, Soroti, Guru. It's working and performing very well.
Okay.
So it makes us proud of what we have.
Interesting. Now, our time has run out. I clearly see that. But you're going to look into that camera, your camera. Talk to the people that are watching us why this is actually important for people to, get extra help, with, in easing their work. Why they should actually, anyway, also come to you, probably. Yeah.
Thank you so much, my fellow Ugandans. Once again, I remain Douglas Opio. I'm the sales manager at China North Machine Company. I'm very impressed that you're getting me clearly wherever you are. Please have your time. Come and accept modern farming. And how do you accept? Please come to my office. I show you good machines which can simplify and make your life easy, which can transform this nation. So I'm saying that at your own convenient time, please. You want an irrigation system, you want a cassava chipper, you want a tractor, you want anything that can make life easy as far as farming is concerned. I think we can be a better solution to your problem. So don't hesitate, just feel free. You can call us or you can pay visit in our office. Our contacts are very clear. Maybe I can give it to you so that wherever you are, you can have ample time to interact and find out whatever we're trying to talk about it. And it looks like words, but be more important if you can physically come and pay visit and see it practically, and need be we can test for you. For instance, I talked of the cassava chipper. If you can carry some cassava, come I chip it for you. I'll not charge you for that. It's part of my service to make you understand that we can transform and make better farming right now and forever in your life in this world. China North is there to make things better for you. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. That's quite interesting. Earlier on, we were having this discussion that the understanding of the word modernity
Yeah.
It does create a lot of debate. But no, well, we're looking at technology that could ease your work, help you, move things a little bit faster than usual. Because if you're dealing with, you're giving in the hard work sometimes, it can take a number of time. I know if you have so many people you can work with well, but it could ease on work and do things a whole lot faster. Well, thank you so much. In studios with me is Douglas up here. Thank you, Douglas.
Thank
I
you
do
so
appreciate
much,
you for your time.
We hope to do a lot together.
Definitely.
Sure.
And he's the sales and marketing manager for China North Machines. And of course, he's talked about some of the things that they do offer. But of course, the question here is that I had earlier asked him is that are we looking at a situation where we are having so many of our farmers get into the commercial farming and appreciating things like this, because we need to face it. It could be one of the challenges that you probably are facing, but this is the message that has been said. This is the message that also the head of this country has been talking about. We need to move to the commercial farming, and it's very, very important. Well, thank you, Douglas. I do appreciate you. Yeah, my time has run out, but we do come Monday to Friday, 9 to 10 a.m. Rowena Kajumba is my name. From me and the entire team, good day.